The Gambia government, through the National Security Advisor (NSA), held a handing over ceremony of two MIDI bosses at the Mile 2 Central Prisons in Banjul, 9 August 2023. According to Honorable Mamajik Njai, with all the challenges the prison service faces, they are still doing a good job, and that everyone should know that security is very expensive, because if there is no security, no one goes to work. A letter was sent to the GTSC to assist with two bosses by the President based on the advice of his advisor's request. The Honorable advised for respect among the service personnel because no one negotiated with God to be what he or she is, be it Fula, Jola, or Mandinka.
We must understand as a nation that security is very expensive. Too often people will argue against the amount of money that is spent on security. But go to the advanced world. The argument that more money should be given to the health sector, the agriculture sector, and the education sector may be true. But trust me, if there is a breakdown of security, nobody goes to work. And one of those letters was sent to the GTSA. And we want to thank the board and management of the GTSC for responding so quickly to the request for these two buses to be allocated to the prison service.
Mr. Ansumana Mane, Director General of Prisons, spoke of the importance of these new buses to the prison service.
The Gambia Prison Service have been struggling with challenges relating to transportation for many years. To help facilitate the transportation and access to mobility of our officers and also inmates to courts, hospitals, and other areas. The Prisons Department is faced with these massive mobility problems, which had long been an outcry for the personnel. And if not tackled in a holistic manner, the institution will not be able to meet its aims and objectives to enhance efficient and effective service delivery. The department needs roadworthy vehicles to facilitate daily movements of officers and inmates.
The board and management of the Gambia Transport Service Company, GTSC, assigned these two 29-seater MIDI buses to support and resolve the transportation difficulties of the Gambia Prison Service. Chairman of GTSC, Mr. Salum Malang.
Mr. Mambanik said he is right. The letter came to us on the 27th of July, and on the immediately we scheduled an emergency board meeting. On the 1st of August, we hold the meeting, approve, and give the GM the authority to proceed. Yes. Like Irai said, nation building needs the commitment of all. Yes. It's not only government. We all need to stand to develop our country. And just will not come down to develop this country. It is you and me who should for us. Very well. The bosses here today, the bosses here today, 30 bosses, are in the tune of more than 10 million Gambian dollars, but you deserve it.
Mr. Siaka Sonko, the Honorable Minister of Interior, a former law enforcement officer, emphasized with the need to provide the needed equipment to the security sector and how the government is doing everything possible to make sure the SSR is possible. He also says that,
let me begin by expressing my utmost delight to preside over the handing over of the two mini buses to the Gambia Prison Service from the National Transport Association through the Office of the National Security at the Office of the President. I think it should have been National Transport Service anyway. This magnanimous gesture could not come at a better time at the GPS. The GPS is faced with mobility challenges like many of my other services are facing.
The whole idea of the SSR is to make sure that the security sector is fit for purpose, and this is part of it. As human beings, we intentionally or unintentionally crumble. Therefore, the prison service is very important, says the National Security Advisor, Abubakar Suleiman Jeng. Reporting for N24, I am Lamin Ba.